Hello, I'm back. This is Down to Earth Nikki. I keep saying my YouTube name wrong, and sometimes I say my real name. My real name is Nicole, but I prefer Nikki. This is Down to Earth Nikki. I am back with my part two of my story. So where we left off at was we both was on the porch. The police said that he would arrest me if I put my hands on my daughter. Okay, so I'm like, okay, cool. I said, wait a minute, let me get this straight. This is a civil matter. And he said, if I have to come back out here and if on a domestic, he said, I do criminal, not civil. I said, okay, you doing your job. So I sat outside. Do you not know my daughter was sitting out there, saying it got to the point where people was like, oh my God, she was literally blocking my front door. Even though I told my son to lock it or whatever, like, if I tried to get into my house and told my son to open the door, get in my house, she was going to come in. I was so determined for her never to come back in my house until me and her both sat out there for over 3 hours. No food. My son had brought me some water out there, but because it was so cold, it turned cold. So I didn't want to drink the water on an empty stomach because it was cold. I was just sitting out there. Now, I really had to use the bathroom around about this time. And I know, and the police, and she called the police back out on me again because I had called someone to come over to be a witness because she was trying to set me up to go to jail, my own child. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna become. So I was calling people. I even had somebody to laugh at me, talking about, I can't believe your own child got you. Okay, fine. You say that. You're not in my shoes. You know what I'm saying? You have a nice daughter or whatever. But my situation was different. My daughter was literally trying to put me in jail. I vowed to myself that I was not going to ever go back to jail for no child. I don't care how old my child was. You're 18 years old. You could go somewhere else. I got 2 more other kids I got to raise. So you know what I had to do? I had to actually stand still and remain calm on my own property. I had to humble myself, not because I was scared of her or anything like that, because I did make a vow that I was not. And I know people say, that's stupid. I would have knocked her out and did that. Okay, and you would have went to jail. And if the police told you, you're going to jail, and you got 2 more kids in the house, and your husband's at work, okay, is it really worth it? Because where I live at, they love collecting money for unnecessary crap. And this one, to me, was very unnecessary. I said I could hold my peace, and that's what I did. So, you know what I'm saying? She called the police again because I had called somebody to be a witness, and she started making false accusations like they coming out here to get me and all this other stuff. So the police run out here, and I'm shaking my head, still sitting in the chair on the front porch, freezing. And he was like, "Well, I think both of what y'all doing is stupid. You are entitled to your own opinion, but I have to make a stand. That's my." I said, "You just said it was." I said, "When you was out here the first time, you said it was a civil matter, right? Okay, what's wrong with me sitting on my porch and not letting her in? You can't make me let her in the house. She said she's going to come in my house anyway and do what she want to do. I don't care what you or anybody else in blue say. She's not coming in my house no more and disrespect me or my husband no more and disrupt my home." That's the thing. You got to stop letting these kids, and especially if these big old grown ungrateful kids. Now, if you got some grown kids and need some help and they know how to come home respectful, come home with the right mind. I don't care how you feel about your parents. They helping you. You're an adult. They don't owe you anything else after you turn 18. Everything else is a favor. They being nice. You're supposed to have your stuff together. And since you don't and you got to come back home, you got to remain humble. So my daughter felt like, she told me, she said, "I'm not going to bow down to you or kiss your butt." First of all, I ain't wearing this lip gloss no more. It make me look like a crackhead. But first of all, let me tell the world, anybody that watched my video, I don't believe in another human being, any human being bowing down to another human being. And kissing butt is, man, please, I don't even think that's in my bloodstream to kiss nobody butt like that. No, in any way. So when she said that, I let her know. I said, you know, I only bow to nobody but God. I bow to no one else. So by you sitting up there saying that, you know, you out of order. You know what I'm saying? She talking about you want me to just do when you in my house and you have nowhere to go. You keep losing jobs and all this other stuff. You're gonna respect my household or you're gonna move around. So she thought because I was a diabetic and stuff, I knew in her head, she thought mama got arthritis and stuff. She gonna be in and she gonna open this door. And when she opened this door, I'm gonna come right on in. My fingertips were cold and they were hurting. This finger right now, as I speak to y'all, hurt right now because I do have an arthritic condition. It's semi-serious, you know what I'm saying? And I do have real bad flares, especially when it rains. My fingertips were not only cold, they were hurting. They were hurting. I was stiff. Guess who started crying first? It wasn't me. Guess who started sitting up there talking about, you don't understand? It wasn't me. And I had to use the bathroom, everything. See, sometimes you gonna have to show your grown kids, whether they grown or a teenage child. I've been here longer than you. You don't even know what standing on something mean until, you know what I'm saying, you ain't been on this earth long enough. So let me show you how to not bend because you stand up there and think you got Swatters rights. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard, because back in the day when I was a kid coming up, somebody come up and walking in your house, they got shot, stabbed, or beat. And listen, trespassers, you know, you ain't had no business on their property. My mama taught me, even though my mother taught me a lot of things, you know, even though she had issues, my mama taught me a lot of things. And she told me that, she said, you don't never go over nobody's house unannounced. Ever. I don't care if your man over there and you know he wrong. You don't go roll up on that. You don't know what you rolling up on. Many people are in their graves because they roll up in somebody's house and so now they call it squatters' rights. Come on, are you serious? All right. Soon you're gonna start hearing about these squatters getting shot and killed. And matter of fact, I heard a couple of news where some squatters got killed. But anyways, my daughter started crying and stuff. She couldn't handle it. She couldn't handle it. See, she didn't know her mother can go to that level. And I know y'all probably said, that was petty. That's your child. Baby, you ain't in my shoes. You can't even wear my shoes. And you can't even fit my shoes. And no doubt, the one that's going to say that's your child. I don't care what happened. That's your daughter. I know who she is to me. I had her. I know the date I had her. I still remember the pain and everything. I know who she is to me. Don't sit up there and be like, that's your child. I wouldn't do that to my kid. Then you ain't got a kid like mine then. Shut up and learn something. Because at any given time, your little kid can turn on you. And what you gonna do then? I bet you, this is what I want you to do. When your kid turn on you and you talking all that mess, and please, y'all with these little bitty babies and little bitty kids stuff, please shut up. Please shut up. Until your kids get up in age and start feeling themselves, especially if they girls, shh, be quiet. You see that little baby girl in your crib? Cute, ain't she? Hope she stay that way. Because if she's not one of them kids with heavenly behaviors, she coming for you. And she gonna try you. Do me a favor. Look back on my videos. This one right here, I'm gonna put up. And be like, dude, down to earth. And he told me there's gonna be days like this. I don't even know what to do. I need to hit her up and ask her what to do. Don't sit there talking about what you never going to do, because your kids can take you to a point and take you to a place where you don't know what you're going to do, but you know you thinking. And if it ain't for God, you'll take them out, because now you're looking at that little sweet girl that you gave birth to, changed her diapers, raised her, put on the pretty pink bows and everything. Now you're looking at her like a female in the streets and you ready to stomp her. Because she done tried you. So don't say what you never gonna do. That I can never do my kids like that. Never say never, especially if they still little. Never say never, honey. Don't say that one. Trust me. Don't say never. Say I ain't never said what I would or would not do. You know what I was thinking when my kids were newborns and stuff? Come on with it. Come on with it. So she was out there crying. When the person came over for me to be my witness, they ended up having to take her away. Soon as they drove out of my driveway, I went in the house, used the bathroom, warmed up, and got me some coffee and turned on YouTube and started watching me some of my favorite YouTubers. She didn't come back in the house. When I said a duck can pull a truck, shut up and hook it up. Cause that duck gonna pull that truck. And like I told that policeman, because he was like, he kept telling her, don't call 911 again. We're going to come out here and arrest. I said, officer, I didn't call you because there was no need to call the police. I called her once when she was in my house. When I woke up, she was in my house. That was it. Because when I found that, and he said, I can't make her, you can't make her leave. I can't make her leave. Oh, I can make her leave, baby. You can't make her leave because you don't own the house. I sit here on today on this video letting you know she gone. She gone. Don't tell me what I can and cannot do. And that's where the problem lies in that. When they start, when authority and when the system start letting these kids run their parents. I remember when it happened. If your mother or your father spanked you, call 911. Now these kids shooting up schools, stabbing the teachers, and the teacher know what they can and cannot do. It's out of control. Now the police shooting, the shooting rate between civilian kids and police have quadrupled from the time I was a teenager to now. See, if you would have let the mama and daddy body slam them a couple of times when they was little, they would have got it. No, I'm just kidding. They ain't gonna body slam. But jack them up in their collar, let them know who's you. And some parents still like that. Like I am. Like you're not gonna stand there and talk to me any kind of way and not become homeless. You're gonna be right out there trying to get Section 8 food stamps, and because it's a government shutdown, I advise you to shut up. I advise you to shut up in my house. You know what I'm saying? My kids don't live a bad life. They don't live a bad life at all. We live a quiet, peaceful home. And like somebody said, there's two places in this world you're supposed to have peace before God take you. There's one place, and then the other place is the grave. But the first place you're supposed to have is peace in your home. If you can't have peace in your home, then it's not a home. I tell my kids at a certain time of the, I have a sort of like bad nerves. They call it bad nerves. It's just, I don't know what it is. It's just me. Shut up. After 10 o'clock, you too loud. 10 o'clock p.m., okay. So at 9:30, you're supposed to be lowering your voice. Like, go relax somewhere. It's 9:30 at night. You know what I'm saying? You got school tomorrow. Go somewhere and relax. Go lay your head. Sleep. Do whatever. You know what I'm saying? About 10 o'clock, shut up. Please, just shut up. And see, by me being a night person, this is my time. I like the peace and quiet. So I've been a nocturnal person for many, many years. It's something that runs through my family. So I sleep during the day like a bat, and I'm up at night. So I got a certain set time. On the weekends, you can talk a little longer. We good, we cool, whatever. But especially when they start all that drama and stuff, shut up, I don't want to hear it. And that's a typical demeanor in a person that become a mother at a young age, especially people that become mothers younger than I have. Because when I got pregnant with my daughter, I was 19, my first daughter, and I had her at 20. That was still really, really young. But I noticed that people that have kids in their teenage years, they be like, I'm done. By the time, like, the kid ain't even 10 years old yet. Child, please, I'm done. You know why? Because you're growing up with your kid. You still haven't finished developing. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't think anybody is really emotionally ready for kids. They have them, but you can't really say, "Oh, I'm just ready for motherhood and all this other stuff." You think you are until they start doing stuff and getting older and stuff. I didn't like teenagers when I was a teenager, and I had 3 back-to-back kids. My oldest child is 4 years older than my second oldest. Okay, it seemed like I had to put, every time I look up, every January I was pregnant. It's like, God, when I went to the doctor office, my doctor used to turn around, look at the calendar, and tell his nurse to give me a pregnancy test. And sure enough, I was pregnant. So my last 3 kids, when I say they're close, they're very, very stair-step close in age. Close. And I was like, ooh, Jesus. Oh, Father God. I have to pray all the time. Because I'm like, they always want something or something. Like, it's like, and like I said, I love my kids. I love them. You better not touch them. I promise you better not touch them. But it's like, I love my kids, but they spoil. They always ask for something. And I'm like, and I be looking at the calendar, and I be looking at the year. I be like, oh, it's 2020. It's just 2019. Oh, geez, I got 2 more years and I'm done. I'm done. Get a job. I'm not taking care of you. I'm not fighting for no food stamps or nothing. I'm done. Y'all got to feed yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. I'm sorry. I'm just ready for them to grow up. Always gonna love them and everything. But when they move out, I want to put an extra chain on the door. And when they come by to visit or something, they say, I was just in the neighborhood. I'm going to answer the door crack with the chain still on the door. And I'm going to be like, what do you want? With that one eye, what do you want? Mama, oh, it's like that. Okay, what do you want? I ain't got no money. I ain't cooked nothing today. What do you want? No, I'm going to be like that at the door. I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? It's just like I did my time. I raised my children. I did everything I can. Me and my husband came in. We got um, married in 2016 and stuff. And he came in and did his job. And he take care of his kids. And he loved his kids as though they're his own. I mean, we gave them the best life possible. But once they turned grown, I'm not one of them parents that gonna still be handing out money and all this other stuff to my kids unless they really need it. And if I know they're doing something stupid with their money, well, don't ask me for no money when I know you're doing dumb with your money. I'm not that parent. I'm sorry. I'm that cutoff parent. You know what I'm saying? Now they have some kids. Now my grandbabies are straight, but I ain't, them grown kids. No. But back to what my daughter, the last thing she ended up crying and everything. And she was the one that's, got weak and everything. I was just looking at her like, I told you won't get back in this house. And she didn't be, and I know y'all can say, well, why did you do that? What led up to that? Everything. When I say this girl is very disrespectful, unruly, she is very disrespectful. She's disrespectful to people on her job. She done lost jobs because of her. I'm talking about it's really, really, really bad. It's bad. I'm not exaggerating. It's real bad. It's so bad that I have to pray a lot of times that she don't talk to. She have jumped on policemen. Everything. My daughter is like out there bad. She done been on probation. Everything. It's bad. And you try to help your child. You really do. You be trying to help your child. But sometimes you just gotta let go and let the world. Because I had a nasty attitude. It wasn't nearby bad as that. But I was like that too. But when life will get you in order, life and things that you're gonna go through, it's gonna beat you down. It's gonna humble you. And the more you try to hold on to these kids, the more you're gonna about to ready to lose your mind. Let them kids go. Let them grow up. Not my baby. Yes, my baby. Mine. You can take mine. I don't there. And she's sitting up there disrespecting me, and I'm feeding you. And every time you lose a job, you go up in there fixing my food. You sitting up in there using my electricity. You talking to me like that? And I'm paying me and my husband paying all the bills. Oh yeah. It's time for you to roll. It's time for you to know what life's really about. See, you've been sheltered too long. So it's time for you to roll. But I hope this video helps some of y'all parents. You know what I'm saying? It ain't easy because I love her. It ain't easy. After she left, guess what I did? I lay beside my husband. My husband didn't even know it. He fell asleep. I was still up. And I was listening to gospel music and I was just crying. Tears just popping. I mean, I was crying like somebody had stole my dog, had murdered my child. I was crying that hard because I'm still a mother. I gave birth to that girl. I love her, but I knew I had to let her go because she wasn't. You only can do so much for your children. I don't care how much you only can do so much, and hopefully she'll find somebody in her life that can help her. Because I gave birth to her, that I mean I'm the answer to her problem. God is the answer to all your problems. But I may not be the vessel he want to use because we are so much alike. And then she got a lot of her daddy ways too. We're so much alike until I may not be the one to help her because I'm still working on me. So I hope she finds somebody that could really just reach my child. You know what I'm saying? I hope she could find. I'm sweating. It's kind of warm in my house. I have to turn the heat on. But I hope she can. I hope my baby find peace. I really do. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I told y'all, down to earth Nikki coming to you with some real. I can't. I'm not the one to be talking about celebrities and all that other stuff. May God bless their heart and all their parts and everything. But I have to come to you with some reality. Like I said, my videos and stuff is reaching the everyday people with everyday problems. They're struggling and crying and stuff like that. And all they hear is what people talking about other celebrities and stuff like that. I'm going to come to you with a lot of other things. But I hope this video helped somebody. Anybody. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to cut it off for now. I'm going to turn this fan on. And I'm going to lay back and probably watch me a movie or something. And I want y'all to be blessed. You know what I'm saying? Stay blessed. Ask God for wisdom, how to see these kids. But if you want to take care of your kids and you really want to help your children, ask God to show you your children for who they really are, whether it's good or bad, whether you don't like it or not, because that's the only way you're going to be able to kind of be there for your children, help your children, because then you'll know what to pray for. But if you want to stay in the dark, you wouldn't know what to pray for, because in your mind, your children don't do any wrong. Your children don't do any wrong. They, not my child. You that not my child, parent, not my daughter, not my son. I don't put nothing past no kids. Never have. I told people, I said, I don't trust my kids. They little. Never trust them. Don't trust them. Don't trust the children of the corn. Don't do it. Why do you say that all kids ain't bad? I didn't say all kids was bad. I just said my kids don't have heavenly scent. They got smart mouths. They got smart mouths. I said mouths. Oh my God. They got smart mouths. They disrespectful sometimes and they get out of pocket. I'm just saying, I'm not that mother that say not my child. I'm that mother that say it's possible. They did it. They may have done it because you don't know what your kid would do behind your back. Don't say your kid won't never do nothing like that. Well, that ain't their behavior. No, that ain't their behavior in front of you. But you don't know what type of behavior your kids have when you're not around. So I'm just saying. If you ain't hear this anywhere else, and this goes out to black, white, I don't have no preference, no nothing. I don't care who you are. You got kids, stay in your kids. Don't be in their business too much. Be in their business and they don't know you in their business. But don't let your kid just, raise themselves and you right there. Like me, I had to, I had to step my game up on my kids. I'm like, y'all some sneaky little devils. Woo, this a new one. Let me keep my eyes up. I'll be busting up in their room. Bow, what you doing? Mom, shut up, boy. What you doing? Mom, just up here watching TV. I do in my daughter's room. Mom, she always on something media. But what? What? Don't just let your kid. I trust Sarah. I trust Billy Bob. I trust little Tate Woo Woo and Goo Goo. No, I don't. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I don't trust kids. Nope. That's why I don't deal with people kids. My kids be like, Mom, can my friends come over? Not no more. No. Because if they do something, I better forgot that they not mine. And, I keep telling people, I'm not responsible for what happened after I found out what went down. Like, I don't feel like I'm responsible for my actions. Like, oh, that ain't my kid. Oh, he was in my house and he did something. Ma'am, I'm sorry. You're going to have to keep your kid at home next time because I thought he was mine and he did something and it wasn't right. And I did the real quick one. So I do apologize for the little redness, put some acrylicone on it. He'll be okay. Would you have a nice night? Don't bring him back, okay? I'll be one of those All right, y'all stay blessed. If you ain't blessed, be blessed. And when you become blessed, stay blessed. How you do that? You seek God and put him first. Take care. This is from Down to Earth, Nikki.